Stelios, it's been a hurtful day, painful day today, painful performance. You heard what I was. I think you're on mute. Are you on mute? Can you speak?
No, I'm not on
mute. Oh no, you're not on mute. It's fine. What was your reaction to some of the quotes there from Thomas Frank?
Well, first of all, the only reason I've come on is because, by the way, hello, Ben.
Ben.
Ash, Marlon. Do you know what? I saw Marlon laughing in the background because he could see I was about to come on. He knows what's coming, and it's going to come. It's going to come. I'm going to land the truth. The truth needs to be now spoken about after what I just, what I've been seeing all season and what happened today.
Say Frank out, yeah?
No, Marlon, I'm not Frank out. I'm Frank, I don't care. I'm Frank, I don't care. That's where I'm at. If he goes, he goes. I don't care. If he stays, he stays. I don't care either. Because there's so many issues with this football club. It's not just on Frank. But he's now part of the problem, in my opinion. But look, I'll give him a year, he gets a year. I just don't care. I don't feel this manager. I just don't have a connection with what he's doing. For me, the only reason I've come on, I wasn't going to come on, is because midweek we went to Ben's coffee shop, big up the coffee company. I was there with Graham. I was there with Tom81, who sometimes people see in the chat. I was there with Brian Daigle. Brian Daigle was there as well. Graham. And we were talking about the North London derby. And Brian said to me, we're winning 2-1. We're winning 2-1. My manager, I said, Brian, I've known you 3 decades. Are you on drugs? He goes to me, no, you wait and see. I said, Brian, we are not going to go and beat Arsenal at the Emirates. This is ridiculous. They've conceded 1 goal all season at the Emirates. Can you believe Richarlison and Haaland are the only players to score at the Emirates? Haaland and Richard. Oh my God. And I said to him, we never do well there. I go, look, the best we can hope for is a good performance, and let's try and grab a draw. Let's try and go in there, get a draw.
That's what I said.
I think any sane Spurs fan that isn't deluded, isn't a francosexual, isn't emotionally unstable, will understand that going to there and winning. Pochettino is the only manager I've seen do it, and Harry Redknapp. And they are 2 of the best managers we've had in the last 30 years. So, and they had very good teams as well. And I said, Brian, come on, man, it's not happening. He goes, just you wait and see. My manager, my Frank, I want to see you on We Are Tottenham TV after the game. I said, Brian, do you know what? Win, lose or draw, I will come on because you have called it for me to come on. I am here, right? I am here. I said to him I'd come. I'm here. Brian, talk to me. Where are you? Right? I love Brian to bits. Love him to bits. I'm here. Today was unacceptable, and I don't give a shit what players Frank's got. Poch, Mourinho, Conte, Ange, none of them, not a single one of them, and they all got hounded out of this club, lost 4-1 against Arsenal. They never suffered a defeat like that against Arsenal. And just so people can understand, this shit manager, this crap manager, this clueless manager, Ange Postecoglou, he played them 4 times. He lost 2-1, 1-0, 3-2, and drew 2-2. 1 goal in it every time. And the game we drew 3-2 at our ground, the referee mugged us off. Mm-hmm. That was Ange's out-of-control football team. You can't justify it today. I'm sorry. The worst managers I've ever seen at this football club, the worst, were Jacques Santini and Christian Gross. Santini and Gross. And do you know what they did in the North London derby? Do you guys remember the scores when they played?
I don't think Santini was manager.
Santini didn't get one, did he?
Santini lost 5-4.
That was Martin Yole.
That was Martin Yole. He'd been Sierra.
Okay, he got Santini's team. They lost 5-4.
Yeah.
Christian Gross drew 1-1 and 0-0.
Even
Nuno
lost 3-1.
Was that the Espen Bartson one? Where 0-0?
Frank has delivered the worst North London derby result, and you ain't going to tell me this team is worse than Christian Gross's. Not in a million years, man. I'm so just trying to rein it in from losing, because I said this year, losing the plot, because I said I'm not going to get angry and frustrated this year. But that today, guys, I'm sorry, it's unforgivable for me. It's unforgivable.
What was it down
Questions
to?
have to be asked.
What was it down to? From what you were seeing, how do you assess? What do you think the reasons were? It was so bad.
Well, first of all, people thinking, because we've got the best away form that we've got, we're going to do well. The away form's a myth, guys. It's been a myth all season, but fans have just been sucked in. So we went into this game deluded, right? If you actually deep the away games this year, we beat Leeds, who are currently in the relegation zone. They're going down probably. We were 2-0 down against Brighton. Bodo should have battered us. Monaco did batter us, but somehow we got away with the 0-0. Everton was a good result. That was a very good result.
But set pieces.
I'm just looking at results, okay?
Yeah.
Newcastle in the Cup, we lost. Arsenal today, we got battered. West Ham, they were down to 10 men. And they sacked their manager because they were awful. So when you actually deep the away results, and we beat Man City, which was the best performance of the season, by the way.
But James Trafford.
We always do well against them. You're right, Mark.
Yeah.
But other than Man City and Everton, please tell me who we really beat away or did well away from home. And you could say, do you know what? That was proper good. I can't see it. The home form speaks for itself. So we went into this game in a deluded mindset. We're fifth. But there was from fifth or fourth down to 13th was 3 points. So the league table's a bit skewed as well in terms of how you perceive it. One weekend, we're now 9th. If as long as Man United don't lose tomorrow, we go 10th. That's how misleading all the data is going into this game. As for the games, to answer your question, Sim, we did not play 3 at the back. We played 5 at the back. It was a Jose Mourinho, park the bus, stinky. Let's just hope we don't concede, play not to lose. And Mourinho got hounded out of this football club for doing that. We went there and did that. If you're going to play... Look, for fans that think we played 3 at the back, we didn't. Because if you play 3 at the back, you play with 2 DMs and you push the fullbacks up high to create the width and add some creativity. But we know we never did that because the best attacking wing-back was Porro and he was on the bench. He's the best one at that. Not defending, but being high up the pitch. And he was on the bench. So I know we played 5 at the back. And the reason you play with attacking wing-backs when you play the back 3 is because if they counter down the flanks, you've got 2 DMs. So one will go over to cover the fullback and the other DM shovels across to block the space inside if the winger inverts. We didn't do that. We didn't play with an attacking mid today. We went to the Emirates and said, we're going to park the bus and pray to God they don't score. That's what we did. That is unsustainable, man. We don't have the squad to be doing that shit.
Still,
all of his signings, every single one of his signings was fit today. Mawani, Paulinho, Kudus, and Simmons, all of them were fit. Only 2 of them started. They're his signings. Your best attackers are Kudus, Mawani, and Simmons. And 2 out of your 3 best attackers you put on the bench. He went there to stink it out and it backfired. Catastrophically, it backfired. That's what happened today. That's why we lost. Because we went there to not lose. Against Chelsea, we recorded an XG of 0.05. Well, today we've broken the record again. Because the XG against Chelsea is the worst in Premier League history. Well, today, we've got the second worst. 0.07. 0.07. If you don't score goals, you don't win games. We're not set up to score. We're not set up to create. We're not set up to play to the strengths of what we've got from an attacking perspective. We're set up not to lose, to defend, to park the bus, and every excuse under the sun is given. Where were these excuses for Conte? Where were these excuses for Mourinho? Where were these excuses for Nuno? There were no excuses for those managers. So for me, I look at it, guys. Frank gets the season, because he needs to get some of the players back. Not that I think they're going to make that much of a difference. Some will, some won't. But the way we set up and the way we play, this manager, man, I'm sorry.
Frank,
It's
Frank.
unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
Still, do you think we've done a full circle with Frank in terms of Nuno? Because Nuno played defensive football. He was defensive first. And, you know, as you said, the fans howled him out. But
Very quickly.
Very quickly as well. 10 games, he was gone. But for some reason, Frank's getting more of a chance. Do you think it's because we're higher up the table that Frank's getting more time than maybe what Nuno did?
I don't know, Ash. I don't know, because you can't keep changing managers, but at the same time, you've got to have the right manager if you're going to stick with them. You know, people say be patient, give it time. I get that. They're not wrong in saying that, but you've got to show us something, you know. People say, oh, but Fergie took 5 years. Fergie broke the monopoly of Celtic and Rangers in Scotland. Fergie won the league title in Scotland when nobody else wins it other than Celtic and Rangers. He won it with Aberdeen. Fergie took Aberdeen into Europe, beat Bayern Munich and Real Madrid to win a European trophy. Fergie went to Man United with pedigree. Klopp took 5 years, they tell me. Go look what Klopp won in Germany. People say to me, oh, but Arteta needed 6 years. Arteta's won fuck all, right? He still might bottle it this year, probably not, but you never know. We've got to pray he does. And he spent 1.1 billion. So this thing about patience and time, there's got to be some substance to back it up. Frank has won nothing in 13 years. He won nothing in Scandinavia. He won nothing at Brentford, not even the Championship, or to come second to get automatic qualification into the Premier League.
And
me,
he never got European football, which in the Premier League is quite easy to get if you think about it. So
Yeah, but he's playing. But you've got to realise Brentford are the lowest. They've got the lowest finances in the league consistently, and he's getting them outperforming that.
Glasner went to Crystal Palace and won their first ever trophy. Glasner is above Tottenham right now. Glasner lost his two best players, Elise and Eze. We can make excuses, Sim. The reality is there are managers out there performing with less than what Frank has got at Tottenham Hotspur.
And you also said earlier...
No,
right,
I agree with that.
yeah.
I'm just talking about we're judging his time at Brentford. I'm saying
you have
the
to.
lowest wage budget by a country mile.
But now he's got...
Sim,
But now
Sim,
he's got a
I'm
better...
saying you can't reuse trophies at Brentford as a...
Let me push back on this. Let me push back on this. Would you say that one of the reasons some fans say Spurs are struggling is because we attacking wise we're lacking?
Yeah, some people say that. Yeah.
Okay. Would you say at Brentford, when Frank was there, they had a better attack? They had Ivan Toney, they had Mbuemo, they had Wisa, Damsgaard. Would you say they're better attackers than what Spurs have got?
Some of them, yeah. Some of them, no.
Compared to what we've got right now, would you say that their attacking lineup is better than what we've got right now?
Yeah.
Well, like Mbuemo, yes. But like
Wisa?
I mean, on paper, potentially, yeah.
Odegaard or Wisa?
Yeah, probably Wissa at the moment,
Wissa,
yeah.
Right, Damsgaard or Tell?
Or Xavi, I think, would be the better.
Yeah, Xavi would be the better comparison.
I mean,
Right, Javi.
I know,
Ivan
but
Toney or
we're talking
Richarlison?
form.
Ivan Toney or Richarlison?
Yeah, Tony.
Right. So when he had those good attackers, the best he got was 10th. When he had better attackers than what we've got now. So my point is, he has got it all to prove at Tottenham. He's come here, everyone's blown smoke up his backside, everyone's gaslit him. He has got it all to prove here. And so far, what he's doing is, he's showing that he can set us up to be more pragmatic and more solid, but we don't look solid or pragmatic. Bournemouth ran riot on us. Monaco ran riot on us. Chelsea ran riot on us. Arsenal ran riot on us. There's teams that have been running... Bodo Glimt ran riot on us. We've been getting away with it. Vicario has been saving us. Vicario has been absolutely phenomenal for most of this season in keeping us, you know, in games. I just look at what is going on, and I'm looking at how we play, and I'm saying to myself, this manager has got it all to prove. The only pass he gets from me, and look, each of you to your own. We've got a lot of injuries, but Mourinho lost Kane and Son at the same time. Ange had an injury crisis, you know, so he's not getting the best out of our attacking players. I think our players are regressing. I don't think our players are progressing. I don't think they're developing well. Kudus, Moani, Simmons, Porro, Odebert, these players have got attacking pedigree. But we're not set up to get the best out of them because we're so pragmatic. We're a very negative football team under Frank. We have moments where we think, do you know what, we just got to go for it now. We just got to go for it because we've got nothing to lose. But then it's always, it's too late. And Sim, just to remind people, when he joined Spurs, he said, and I wrote down the quote so I don't forget, I want to make Tottenham brave, aggressive, and attacking. Before the Chelsea game, he said, from minute one, we're going to go for it. And before today's game, I know the importance of this game. We will be high tempo. Lie, lie, lie. When Ange said things like this and he didn't do it, we called him out. And I'm not saying to call out Frank. I'm not saying people to go in on him. But we have got to question what we're seeing. For me, I've seen 3 red flags. You're 2-0 up against PSG in a cup final, and you make substitutions
that
that
was
cost
a massive
us.
red flag. Massive.
Right? That cost us. But everyone said, oh, these things happen. Oh, we were 2-0 up. Focus on the positives. Okay. You rested some players against Newcastle in the cup so that you can go full strength against Chelsea, and then you put in the most horrendous performance of the season, bar none, against Chelsea. North London derby. This is our biggest game of the season. This means everything to us. And you've recorded the worst loss of any manager or record, or you've recorded the worst loss of any manager in North London derby. Worse than Christian Gross. And Christian Gross played 2 games in North London derby.
Is it our worst ever?
Must be in the Premier League.
In the Premier League.
Yeah, in the Premier League.
5-2. When we went there, we
Twice.
lost 5-2.
Yeah, 5-2
And
twice.
I believe, and we lost 3-0, I think, a couple of years ago, 2022.
And when Thierry Henry scored.
No, 22. We lost 3-0. We always score, don't we? We get one.
We lost 3-0. I think at home we lost 3-0 a couple of years ago. 2022.
No, it was 2-0 under Conte, you're thinking. It was 2-0 under Conte.
No, there was a 3-0 loss as well somewhere.
Not at home.
Anyway, Sim, he's recorded the worst loss in the Premier League in the North London derby.
That was
He
fabulous.
says, I've got a quote here, Stowe. He says, definitely a lot to work on still. It's worth remembering that we did finish 17th last season.
Oh my God!
That-
If he's
does that-
pulling,
is
nah,
that-
he can't be pulling that out.
How much credence do you give to that argument?
Okay, mate. You signed Paulinho. You signed Simmons. You signed Moani. You signed Kudus. These are your signings. They're all good players. I think Moani, as a striker up front, I don't rate him. As a wide player, though, I think that's where he's better suited. But today, we didn't set up. We were trying to play it out from the back with no midfielders, man. Who are we playing it out to from the back? We had no 10 to drop in and receive. The fullbacks were in our half for most of the first half. So how did he expect us to score today? How did he think in his head we're going to score a goal today? I look at the tactics and I question it. I said for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, go to a back 3. But that means you play with fullbacks that you're going to push up high, and Porro has to be one of them. I never said go to a back 5. I've never said that. I look at the tactics and we're negative. We're a negative football team tactically. The away form for me is a myth when you deep it. Like I explained, today that result's been coming, guys, because we've been doing that all season, but we've been getting away with it. I
think definitely of late, the recent away performances have not been good at all. I agree with that. But still, it is only 12 games. Is that enough to say is that enough evidence, 12 games, to say this is how it's going to be?
Slightly more than 12 because you have to include the Champions League.
12 Premier League games. There's been a few Champions League games as well. November.
My concern is, Tim, I haven't seen an improvement. No one's going to convince me tactically we're better. Yes, maybe defensively, because we drop deeper, we concede less, and we're not as wide open as what we were under Ange. Okay? But I've seen us get split open so many times this season. But okay, defensively, we are better. But attacking-wise, we are dog shit. We're rubbish. Van de Ven and own goals has saved us. Our centre back and own goals has saved us.
What do you think about the people argue, oh, he's fixing the defence before he concentrates on
What's
going
he
for the attack?
fixing? We're getting cut open every week, Sim. What's he fixing?
Well, as you said, we're more solid maybe than last season.
Man United, 2 chances, 2 goals. What are we fixing?
We're probably
Against Everton away, Vicario made 3 or 4 wonder saves to save us. Against Bodo, who are Bodo? Ange beat them 2-0. We go to Bodo this year, we're getting ripped open left, right, centre. If it wasn't for a penalty miss, they would have beaten us. Monaco carved us open. Bournemouth, who have lost their entire back 4, their entire defence got sold in the summer. They came to White Hart Lane and absolutely dunked on us.
For you,
I don't see how we're more solid. I don't see how we're. I agree we are better defensively because not everyone's on the halfway line for 90 minutes, and we are more compact. And plus, we've got a proper number 6, Paulinho. So that automatically makes us better defensively. But when you actually watch the games, the chances we give up and how we do get cut open, we're not as this defensively good team as people think we are. I just don't see it. And that's why we're now 9th in the table, Sim. That's why.
In terms of, not your personal opinion, but when you think about Frank's position, in terms of when the fan base are really going to start putting pressure on him. Obviously, we saw a bit of it against Chelsea, but, there's a loud boos and stuff. But after today, do you think the pressure's mounting? It's genuine pressure.
I think it comes down to the home performances, because that's where you've got the majority of fans going. That's where people are paying top dollar. Even as an away fan, you pay 30 quid for the ticket. Okay, you've got the travel costs, so maybe that balances it out. But the away fans tend to be the diehards. Thick and thin, high or low, they're there. Home fans are more fickle. You've got corporates, you've got their fans there for entertainment purposes, fans there for an experience, fans there who don't go every week. They just go to the home games. So it's a different crowd at home. They're more demanding, and also as fans, we deserve to see our team give it a right go when we're at home, because we're there, we're behind them, we're cheering them on, we're making noise. We deserve to see those players on the pitch whose salary we pay for to give it a right go. So when we don't see that and we're not winning, that's where the tide turns. It's the home performances. Just at home, we've been diabolical. So what's our next couple of home games? We've got Fulham on the weekend.
And Brentford.
Next weekend.
Brentford,
right.
Yeah.
Let's say we draw those 2 games. There's going to be problems. There's going to be big problems.
And the fact that considering we couldn't beat Wolves, there's no guarantees, is there?
Brentford, Keith Andrews, he's playing very well.
Look, my view is I think we beat Fulham, but I thought we'd beat a lot of teams this year. I think we beat Fulham, and I think Brentford we might draw, because they're actually well organised. Then they're a good outfit, Brentford. They're a good outfit this year. They're hard. They're hard for every team to play against. But you've got to ask yourself this question, okay? Is this manager capable of motivating a team when we really need it? Has he got that in his locker? And the reason I ask that question is because Sunderland beat Chelsea. Sunderland drew against Arsenal. Are we saying Sunderland's squad is better than Tottenham Hotspur? Are we going to honestly say as Spurs fans, Sunderland has got a better starting 11 and a better squad than Tottenham? I'm not having it. I'm not having it. What Sunderland have got is a work ethic, a team spirit, and they just give it everything they've got. The minimum requirement: energy, passion, work rate. What did I see today? The hell did I see today, man? Against Chelsea, what did I see? Most games, what am I watching? But we'll beat Copenhagen, who are bang average. They're not even in the top 4 in their own league. We'll beat Copenhagen, and it's like, hurrah! Yeah, you see? It's like, come on, man, let's get real. We're Tottenham Hotspur. We should be minimum top 6 every season finishing, minimum. And we should be challenging for trophies, at least domestic cups. What I'm seeing at the moment is a team that is, we crashed out the Carabao Cup. I'll be shocked if we win the FA Cup. In the league, I don't know where we'll finish. I have no idea, because I don't know how we're going to play every week. And the only respite I will give Frank, the only respite is I want to see what he does when some injuries come back and we sign some better quality players. When I came on your show a couple of weeks ago, Sim, and I said I would get rid of Tell, Odebert, Gray, Ritchie, so I went for a whole list, and you disagreed with me with half of those players. Half of those players today did jack shit. And that's what we're up against. That Arsenal team is the level we need to get to. There's only 7 or 8 players I would keep in this squad if we want to get to where Arsenal are. There's only 7 or 8 players I would genuinely keep. That's where Frank gets a respite. But do I think he's doing the best with what we've got? No. I think he's killing our attacking players. I think he's sucking the life out of our attackers, guys. The way we set up, the way it's just Mourinho. We're basically Jose Mourinho FC without Son and Kane. At least if you kick it long to Son and Kane, they'll score a goal. We haven't got that. You know? So for me, he's approaching fraud watch. We're almost at fraud watch with Frank. We're getting there. You know?
Yep,
That's my honest opinion. I mean, what do you guys think? Where are you guys at with this? Because people will say...
Sims pretending not to be.
People will just... What do you think?
Me personally...
Time to have your say, Stel, not our time.
Yeah, we had ours. Go watch the match reaction.
When I get clipped, I want you guys...
No. Go get the match reaction. If you want to go see, go get the match reaction.
No, genuinely, where are you guys at with it?
I'm definitely not happy with what I'm seeing, 100%. And I don't like having a manager at this football club who's going to approach games in this way. But I'm going to give him a bit of time because I think that's only fair. And I think I'm going to see. I've always been quite consistent. I said, second half of the season, once he's got everyone embedded and he's trying to get some relationships. Because today was the ninth different attacking lineup we've had. So it's hard to get those relationships going and familiarity with the front line. But I also can clearly see the approach is not an approach I like. It's nothing that has nothing to do with the quality of the play. You can see today it was cowardly, no even intention to go forward. And the same with Chelsea. There was no intention to ask questions of them. It's almost like they're just happy to contain Arsenal. As long as they're contained, they're happy with how things are going. And I didn't like that. I didn't like the Tories asking to be beaten. So there are big question marks. If that continues, he's only going one way, and they're not going to be here for long. And I think that's what, as Spurs fans, I think that's what most Spurs fans at least demand is an approach where you don't never go into a game like we did today. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. I'm going to give it a time.
I've been calling into your channel for so many years. I think this is the first time I fully agree with Sim. I'm shaking.
Still, get off.
I seem to recall an apology happening in the summer. I seem to remember that happening.
Ash and Marlon, quickly, because I know there's others that want to come on. Are you guys kind of... Is that where you guys are at as well?
Yeah, I think like mentality-wise, I think the mentality has to change from Frank. I'm not sure if he's a guy... Like, it depends what you want as a fan. If you have the patience for him... Because I can't see a top 6 finish, I'm being honest. I see somewhere like Europa Conference at best. Do you know what I mean? But if you're like, oh, that's not good enough, where's your standards? Then Frank ain't the guy. And we need to look for a different manager. I think he's the type of manager that needs a lot more time with the squad, with the players, to get inside their heads, their minds. Because today's performance is like, there was no fight, there was no heart. Do you know what I mean? And then playing that formation, 3-4-3, on the 12th game where we haven't really played it before. I know you said it was a back 5, but it just, the tactics were off, and that's got to be on Frank. Has to be.
Well, Ash,
you've got it completely
Ash,
wrong.
Don't you agree though? It was a back 5 because
But that's what I just said. That's what I just said. I said it was a 3-4-3, but I said really it was a back 5 because. The way we set up, and even I said in the match reaction, the two midfielders, they're not proactive, they're more reactive, if that makes sense. So at times it looked like we were back 7 or back 6 because a lot of them dropped into the back line. No one was defending higher up the pitch and trying to win the ball in that midfield. And you give Arsenal that time and space, they're going to punish you and they're going to hurt you. And so that's what he's got to get into his players. And then also he's got to select the right players if we are to change the formation, the tactics, to go into that system. Like you said, Porro, maybe he's got to start on the right wing in that 3-4-3, if he is to go for a 3-4-3. If you're going to back five, in my opinion, you have to be a 5-3-2. You have to be a 5-3-2. You can't be a 3-4-3.
I don't think a 4-3-3 works for Xavi Simons. I don't think it gets the best out of Simons, personally speaking.
4-3-3?
That's just my view.
4-3-3?
Well, Leipzig, they played a 4-2-2-2.
Yeah, 4-2-2, yeah, they did.
And that worked really well for him. But
even for Netherlands, he played in the 8. He played as a left 8. It worked really well for him. He got his goal.
Well, this is what I was saying. This is what I was saying on Spurs 5. I was saying, if you actually watch Simons play outside of Tottenham, I don't think he's a number 10. I think he's a hybrid 8.
Yeah, he's a hybrid.
I think he's a hybrid of those two players, and that's how we should play him. Because I think when he comes deeper, collects the ball, then drives with it. As long as we've got runners, yeah,
like a Bernardo Silva kind of player, you think?
Just someone, yeah. I mean, I want to be careful when I compare our players to players at that level, right?
I'm saying profile-wise.
Profile, you say, yeah.
But yeah.
Clip him.
Stel agrees Xavi is as good as
Bernardo Silva. Yeah, we've got a headline.
Let's Stel, appreciate you coming on, mate. I think there's a good one to come on.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Very quickly. On Wednesday night, myself and Simon are in the We Are Tottenham TV studio. And if you don't know what happens when me and Simon do a watch along, go to any betting company and put 10 quid on Spurs to win 5-4.
I just hope you're not breaking the studio for the wrong reasons on Wednesday, Stel.
We're going to win 5-4, I'm telling you.
Good to see you, mate. Thanks for calling in. And we'll speak to you soon.
Love.
That was Stel.